Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back to Heiko Shaves. As you guys can see, Heiko needs a shave. I told you guys that I am trying to put a little bit more effort in growing stuff out for you guys so that we actually have something to shave off. This week I might have overdone it a little bit. I haven't shaved in 5 days, so that's why I look like this. And this really needs to come off. It's kind of getting annoying. So it's at the point where the stubbles actually turn soft. So if I go another 5 days, we're probably gonna have a beard. But as you can see, I have a few spots here and there where there isn't much going on. So here it's pretty bare. But then my goatee, I can rock a pretty dense goatee. I could also grow a neck beard. Anyways, so this week, I wanna focus on something really affordable. I actually have, since I did the Zomchi and the Wilkinson quad blade razor, which are both pretty affordable, like in the $29 range. I've looked around on Amazon. And on Amazon, you have a wide variety of razors that are all, cheaply made. And then they have some sort of brand name that nobody has ever heard of. And there are lots of models. They look the same. They have, all those wild color schemes, and they come with a little stand. I don't want to point at the Zomchi too much, but there are very similar razors in this very similar price point. And so there are tons of those, but I was looking around for brands that I actually recognize and came across this. This is a Feather razor made in Japan by Feather. Surprisingly, it says here since 1975, but I do know that Feather has actually been in the market for much longer than that. So they also make straight edge razors, and they make dermaplaners and all kinds of other shaving equipment for other purposes, like for the barbers that do, shaving on your neck, or, they have all kinds of products and razor blades, and there are certain injectors and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure that this since 1975, I was born in 1975, so that's 49 years, is not when Feather first started making razors. But maybe this means this razor has been around since 1975. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me show you a very similar product, if I can find it real quick. It's right here somewhere. This is the Gillette neck or knack razors. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but we're gonna hold those next to each other, and we're gonna find them very similar. The neck razor, made in the United States. It's an M4. I could look up what year this is. I would say probably late 60s, early 70s. Not 100% sure. I'll look it up for you guys, and I will insert it here into this video. Let's do it. Razor Emporium is a good page to look that up. If you have a vintage Gillette and you want to find out what year it was made, you can go. So I'm pretty sure it's late 60s. Late 60s. Yeah, 1964. Twist to open, the Tech Razor and the Techmatic. It's 1964. M4 means, M is the year, and then 4 is fourth quarter. So we have a 1964 twist to open Gillette neck or knack razor. And we have this one here. And we're gonna look at the similarities. Gillette eventually went all off the rails and only made system razors, and pretty much left the safety razor market to other brands. And there is no patenting a safety razor. So if someone doesn't make it anymore, you can pick it up and make it yourself. Of course, there's going to be companies that, we invented this, and you can't do that. But when safety razors first came to the market, there were patents on it. But as soon as those patents ran out, everyone and their grandmother was making safety razors. And then when Gillette really dropped the ball and stopped making safety razors, or at least not at a large scale anymore, they still make tons of safety razor blades. Then everyone else could pick this up. So I'm opening the box. I have not looked at it yet. Cardboard box, I like that better than plastic packaging. And this also comes with a few razor blades. Here, let me get this all out. Goodness. Razor blades. So there is a box of Feather high stainless double edge razor blades included, which we will be using today. So here is what the insert looks like. Also cardboard. It says made in Japan. So this is one of those brands. Feather has been around for a long time, and they have been making shaving related products for a long time. This is a $20 razor, or let's say $21, because it's $20.99 on Amazon currently, but it could be that you find this somewhere else a little cheaper. This is a relatively cheaply made. There's a lot of plastic. There are a few stamped metal pieces here. So this is stamped and the doors are stamped, and the mechanism here is pretty much identical to all the Gillette twist to open mechanisms. There is definitely some familiarity here and similarity there. So really cheaply made. These were not high price razors either back in the days. This is also a plastic handle. Maybe it's Bakelite. We've talked about this a few times. Bakelite was the first industrially used plastic invented by a Belgian guy in New York, Mr. Bakeland. And this is just modern plastic here. Even the base of the head is all plastic these days, and this was all still stamped metal. And even the knob here is metal, and see here. Oh yeah, this is also some sort of die-cast zinc. But yeah, it's very, very similar. There is definitely some inspiration going on here from Mr. Gillette over to Mr. Feather. And I don't know when this came out. Maybe you guys can post it down in the comment section. I know some of you are much better historians than I am. But I just wanted to look at this thing. It has pretty good reviews, like almost 4,000 reviews on Amazon, and it's roughly hovering in a 4.5 star rating. And I do like a simple double-edged safety razor, you know, a close comb, twist to open, easy to use, easy to put blades into, and then you just go and use it. And since this is plastic, so on a lot of older Gillette, this was all brass and it was nickel plated. Nickel plating. The nickel plating will eventually wear off. Maybe people start polishing them and then the plating comes off, or they just don't ever clean their razors and the stuff just flakes off and looks ugly, and then you see the bare brass underneath. Of course, they're still usable, even if they're ugly. But here in this case, it's just plastic. There's nothing going to corrode. There's nothing going to peel off. The handle is completely plastic, just like here on the neck razor. The funny thing is that besides the little bit of a taper to the handle here, they're virtually identical. The feather is a little longer. Let's weigh them real quick, just as a comparison. The neck from 1967 is 44 grams, and the feather here is 34 grams, so 10 grams difference. So this is pretty lightweight. Oh, by the way, I don't know, maybe you guys want to comment on this. I have changed microphones. So you guys know that I use a 4K Sony camera to film, and I had a Sennheiser plug-in microphone for this camera. Now I have a Sony a Sony microphone for my Sony camera that uses less wiring and whatnot. And I just want to hear you guys' input if this sounds good, if this is maybe more echoey than the old one. You know, I still have the old one, so I can switch back. I just wanted to see how that works, because it doesn't require any cables going from the microphone into the camera, and is more streamlined, and it has multiple pickup patterns, and it does the audio level automatically and all that kind of fancy electronic stuff. And I just wanted to hear you guys tell me, is this better or is this worse than before? All right, always trying to improve, always trying to make video quality and audio quality better for you guys. So, feather. And the feather blades, maybe I don't yank open this package here. I do have a already opened identical feather high stainless double edge. So we're gonna use the open box, and this one goes into my drawer down here. So let's put a blade in. So you guys believe me when I take a fresh feather blade out of the paper. They are widely regarded as one of the sharpest blades out there. And really, honestly, sharp is good. In my book, sharp is good. Some people say it makes the razor too aggressive. I say a sharp blade avoids tugging, and especially if you're shaving off a lot of material, if the blade doesn't slice right through the stubble and starts tugging on it, it becomes very uncomfortable. So I like to have a sharp blade. So here we have a feather blade in a feather razor, $21 total. Amazon, maybe you could still order it for one of your loved ones as a gift from Amazon. I'll put some links down below. I just wanted to also give you a quick heads up on the other products. Someone had commented on the Roman Emperor shaving Augustus. This is like a $10 razor I also bought from Amazon, just following a recommendation in the comment section. So you guys can always participate in this, and you guys can tell me what your favorite is. And then maybe I will, here, let's just check if I'm correct. How much was this puppy? Double edge safety razor is $12.99. So this is a Roman Emperor shaving Augustus with 20 blades. So we're gonna check this out. I haven't opened it, as you can see, so I don't know what I'm expecting here for a $12, $13 razor. It's probably gonna be pretty cheaply made, but someone in the comment section said this is a great razor and it shaves great. And so we're gonna try that one out. And then the last one that I bought is this one here, the Facone Premium Razor. Master the art of shaving double edge safety razor. Butterfly open, solid steel construction, gunmetal finish. It's a company out of Texas in the United States, but the razor is made in China. So we're gonna take a look at this also in a future video. I don't wanna forget to give you a little bit of some background here on this feather razor. I just went to the feather page here on Amazon, and they give you a little bit of a spiel what this razor supposedly does and is. Let's go here to the description. So lots of nice pictures. Feather razor design is to maximize the performance of its blade. The design takes into account the metal composition of the blade, how it is ground and honed to determine the precise exposure the blade must have to give a smooth and comfortable shave. A blend of artistry and technology makes this razor the best choice when shaving with a feather blade. We will see about that. And yeah, so Feather has been producing quality razor blades for over 85 years. So 1975 is definitely not when they started, and has incorporated the latest blade and metal technology to make one of the finest blades in the world. And I can agree with that. It's really sharp. It stays sharp for a very long time. Renowned for their consistent high quality in razor cutting tools in the beauty and barber industry, as well as in the medical surgical industry, you can be assured this product meets their high quality standards to perform and provide the results you are looking to achieve. All right, clean shaven. That would be a good goal to achieve. I think we just emptied this box here, so feather blades are gone. I have all my water filled up. I have my Good Feller Smile scuttle filled up with hot water. And today we're going to use a Stirling soap, the Orange Chill, which I also have the matching, where is the matching? Orange Chill Aftershave. I like it. It's mentholated, orangey, kind of fits the season. It's winter. We're coming up on Christmas here pretty soon. So we're gonna grab a little spoonful out of this here. It's relatively hard actually to scoop this out of this Stirling soap. And then I transfer it to the bottom of my scuttle, as I always do, and squish it in so it sticks to the scuttle. And then I throw my spoon into my water in the sink. That's my rinse off water in the sink, where I rinse off my razor while I'm shaving. And then we're gonna close the soap container, close it up, and put it out of the way. We're going to use Paraso White, which is lightly mentholated for the sensitive skin as a pre-shave. We're using everything today, pre-shave and feather blades and nice soap. And we're gonna get a badger brush out, which I'm already soaking in my little VW bus cup that you guys have seen before. It's been sitting in hot water already for the last 5 to 10 minutes. It's the Yachi brush with a nice green handle here, so the green almost matches my VW bus cup. It's in there, has been soaking. So we have loaded up the blade. We have the razor ready to go. The pre-shave is in the face. We have the scuttle loaded up with my soap in it. And now we're gonna grab the brush, and I just squeeze out most of the water. I don't want to introduce too much water at once. And then we're just going into my scuttle here and start lathering. Since the scuttle is water filled, it's a good idea to maybe just put it on your countertop so you don't make a mess and the water comes out of the scuttle. I do have a little cork plug. For whatever reason, the scuttle didn't come with this cork plug, and it's like a $1 cork plug from a hardware store. You can find those. It's a perfect fit and keeps the water in. Even if I hand lather and hold this up, it doesn't make a mess. But yeah, for whatever reason, the scuttle did not come with a plug for that. All right, and here we go. It's already building. This badger brush here, the Yachi brush, was a really stinky one. So we did some experimenting with different cleaning methods to get rid of the badger stink. But now after using it for a few months and having a bunch of different soaps on it, it's not stinky at all anymore. And it has actually turned into a pretty nice badger brush. And then a little pre-soaking in my bus cup really helps it out to make it soft. Oh, look at this. It's already coming out. We're already making a mess here. So you just lather until you're happy with the result, until the little bubbles get smaller and smaller, and this becomes more a whipped cream consistency. And then eventually we have the brush loaded up. I'm gonna scrape off a little bit, or else I'm just gonna sling this all over the place, and we're gonna go right into my face. Orange, menthol. The Stirling soap here is very compatible with my skin. No burning sensations from any kind of the ingredients. Ooh, slinging stuff already. We can always add a little bit more water. The badgers are always a little bit more prickly than the synthetic knots that I prefer, but occasionally I use a badger. This one here was given to me by Yachi. I have a contact there at Yachi. Whenever there is a new razor coming out, I just shoot him an email, and that stuff is so quickly in my mailbox, it's pretty amazing. So they really want YouTubers to just put their own opinion out there and give them feedback. They don't ask me for anything. They don't require me to tell them what I'm going to say in the videos. There is no money exchanging hands, so I'm not getting paid for those reviews. They just provide the shaving equipment. And I really appreciate that when Yachi does that. Look at that. Nice. Very good. Yeah, let's not get it in my nostrils, or else I might start sneezing. Alrighty, now we have the razor ready to go. Someone said somewhere that you have to crank this down, so when you close up the razor, it's kind of like on the old Gillette twist to open, that you have to tighten it down all the way. So that kind of brings the blade under tension. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you. There we go. Warm water in my sink too. I have a little bit slippery fingers from the soap, and the plastic handle, I gotta say, it's a little on the slick side. We'll see how this goes. All right, first pass with a grain. Very nice. Feels very mild. There is just ever so slightly a little bit of blade feel. Just enough so you can tell that you're actually doing something. So this is in fact a mild razor. Like beginner level mild. And it is also at a price level where if you want to try out a safety razor and you have never done so, you can buy this for 20 bucks. And if you really don't like it, put it in a drawer and forget about it, you know? Comes with blades. I think there are 5 in this box, or let's see. Now it's just 2 blades. They give you 2 blades as depicted down here. So you have a razor and 2 blades, enough for you to try out. Huh. For whatever reason, I thought this would be more aggressive. There's absolutely no tugging because those blades are just incredibly sharp. They just slice through. There is no pulling on your hair here. Just like how I like it. This is how it's supposed to be. Especially when I do my upper lip here, it's pretty dense there. And if you see me squinting or making like some weird facial expression, it's usually because it tugs on those beard hair. But it isn't. It's not tugging at all. And it's taking off huge amounts of material at once. And since this is a very traditional twist to open safety razor with a close comb, it's very easy to do the rolling technique, or even doing the going sideways to get the last little bit under your nose. It's really easy. And if you look at this here, the cutting edge is really close to the outside edge of the razor, and the blade tabs are sticking out. So just be careful not to scratch yourself with those. Love it. As you saw, I just shaved in the same direction. So up here, this is with the grain, and starting about here, this is actually against the grain. But the razor is so mild that I can just go against the grain and have absolutely no problems with that. Look at this. Of course, there's still some stuff left, but it just took 5 days of growth off in one pass. I could walk out of the house and be perfectly fine with this. Very socially acceptable, you know? But I gotta say, this is a very pleasant surprise. This is mild, but efficient enough to take this down. And due to the sharp blades, there is no tugging whatsoever going on here. I'm really happy about this. And it's a $20 razor. And it's not one of those obscure, you know, branding game kind of companies that just buys a product and slaps their name on it. It's actually Feather. And Feather, they make razors. They make straight razors and all kinds of stuff. And one of the best razor blades out there, in my opinion at least. And everything that you get here in those videos are my opinions, obviously. I like sharp blades. I like Feather. I like this razor. It's not going to be, you know, the heirloom quality thing that you're going to pass down to your grandkids. But it's probably going to last long enough to do that. It's a plastic razor. If you don't step on this thing, or maybe you want to use this as a travel razor, because if they take it out of your luggage or you forget it in the hospital, in the hotel room, you can take it to a hospital too. If you have a hospital stay coming up and you want to be clean shaven while you're in the hospital, there's a good one. And if you lose it, it's 20 bucks. You know, $20 is $20, but this is definitely a good razor for the money. And man, does it shave nicely, very mildly, very compliant, but still very, very efficient and delivering a good shave result here. So we're gonna lather up one more time. I don't think we really will need 3 passes. On 5 days of growth, it just chops it down in such a pleasant manner that absolutely does not give me any irritation. And then of course I had pre-shave on when we have a really good soap from Stirling. Stirling has such a large catalog of soaps. They also make shampoo bars and bath soap and all kinds of other things and colognes. So if you have never checked out Stirling, I will leave a link to their webpage. They're not a sponsor. I'm not affiliated with them. They have not, unfortunately, sent me anything for free. I like free stuff, you know. But I only like free stuff if there are no strings attached. I don't like to be told what I have to do and what I have to say and what kind of links to put down below. I like to do my own thing. Ah, look at this. Oh, it feels so good. And this lightly mentholated soap gives you this cooling effect. I know it's kind of contradicting here. We're using hot water and a hot scuttle, but then we have menthol in the soap. But hey, you know, I like it. All right, there we go. Just checking it's still tight. And we're gonna go across the grain now. Very good. That's a $20 razor. How much more could you ask from a $20 razor? Feather makes a stainless steel double-edged safety razor, which sells on Amazon currently for 165 bucks. Unless Feather sees this video and wants to send me one, I'm not sure that I will buy it. It's the ASD2 is the model number. I don't know if you guys have one. Let me know how it is, if you really like it. But 165 bucks for a non-adjustable safety razor is a little bit on the pricey side. And I mean, you can get adjustable razors of the same quality from Yachi, for example, for less, and they are adjustable. And you know, I gotta pay attention to where I spent my dollars. Japanese are craftsmen, I can tell you that. They are very known for very traditional methods of making things, you know, where the 74-year-old is still the apprentice in a knife making shop kind of deal. And industrially, you know, you guys know what happened after World War II when Japan was rebuilding. They were making electronics and cars that nobody else could compete with. And still, I mean, we have Honda, Toyota, Subaru. What else do we have? All kinds of Japanese companies that are, you know, leading in whatever they do. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Now I'm going to go with a grain down here. Very mild and very nice and very pleasant. And now let's do a little inspection here. How far we have come. 5 days of growth. There is still a little bit left. So here in the jawline, that's where it's the thickest, but it's also the most difficult to shave because you either have to go around this radius or with the jawline. Let's just do another pass. We still have enough soap here. I'm going back into my scuttle here. Pick up a little more. I add a little bit more water because you want to hydrate the soap. While you're shaving, it might dry up a little bit and you don't want that. Give it a little bit more moisture. That's why I always have this vintage emesis basin. This is usually used in hospitals for people to puke into, right? I found it at an antique store. It's enameled, white. I use that only for my brush water. The soap is just lovely. Lightly scented, how I like it, not too overpowering. It doesn't give you the burning sensation in your eyes. We have a funny German saying, it's nicht der Geruch, aber das Brennen in den Augen. And when you translate that, it would be, it's not so much the smell, but the burning in your eyes, right? So I don't like a soap where it's like so overpowering with a scent that, you know, your eyes start tearing up. All right, let's do an against the grain. Still, you can hear it, there's still some left. A mild razor combined with one of the sharpest blades that you can find is just a very good combo. If you have a really mild razor and it just doesn't do it for you and it doesn't take stuff down enough, put a feather blade in it and try it again. Maybe you will find a very pleasant surprise there. A mild razor combined with a sharp blade. Actually, I read somewhere that this is produced by Derby LLC. So maybe Derby razor blade brand is kind of affiliated, associated, or in cooperation with Feather, Derby. But on the box it says made in Japan by Feather. So very good. All right, let's do one against the grain one more time down here. Easy peasy. Very good. So final check. 5 days of growth, 3 passes with a $20 feather razor. Very good. Oh, very nice. All right, guys, let's rinse off. The Stirling soap is a slick one. Takes a little while to wash it all off. Fresh towel. Oh, it's just lovely. That's a good morning shave. I hope the audio quality is good. I hope you like it. Of course, there's always editing and a little bit of some post-production going on, but I just wanted to try it out. Fancy Sony microphone. Where did I see this Derby? Feather Popular. Is that the name? The Popular. The model number is the FTHR F1 25900. New. Somewhere I read Derby. I'm not 100% sure where that was. Maybe it was on the Amazon listing. Don't know exactly. But if you guys are the researchers and the collectors, a lot of guys are very knowledgeable about the brands and the connections and how a brand develops, and giving myself a good splash here with the Aftershave Orange Chill by Stirling. And that is, of course, scented a little stronger. Very orangey. If you like that orange scent, this is a good one. And that sucks the pores together right away. And then I usually wait a half an hour, 45 minutes to let this evaporate a little bit. And then I come back and put a little Glysolid on my dry skin sections here. I have had very little problems lately because of Glysolid. It's a glycerin based cream, very thick, but it's not the greasy thick. It goes on and then it kind of disappears and I don't feel it anymore. A lot of times when you lay on like something greasy, thick, it kind of has this greasy feeling and appearance for the rest of the day. But with Glysolid, I don't have that. And it really takes care of my dry skin in my face. So it doesn't get bothered by shaving and all that in aftershaves anymore. Beautiful, beautiful shave. The razor really performed very, very well. So if they meant to copy the Gillette neck razor, they definitely did a good job. And the quality is there. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it's produced well. It lines up. It all lines up. The doors close properly. There are no rear edges sticking out. And you just saw the shave. It's a mild razor that took 5 days down. So that's all I can say. If you want to try out safety razors, get yourself a $20 feather razor and try it. Give it a good old try. Maybe get yourself a tube full of this stuff here. Shaving cream by Spike, which is a German brand, very mild ingredient list that's good to your skin. And then whatever else, get yourself some sort of aftershave cream, or just, where is it? Thayer's. Get that, put that on your face, and you're gonna be happy. And then if you really, really don't like it, put it in a drawer. Give it to someone else. Really good, 20 bucks. That was a good investment. So now those other two safety razors that we will be reviewing here sometime soon, they are even cheaper, $12.99, and I think the fake cone is only 10 bucks. We'll see how much we actually get out of those. But the feather definitely started out pretty strong. Now I have to look what the fake cone cost me on Amazon. Where is it? There. Comes with 20 blades, 50 blades, take that back, 50 blades, and only costs $9.99. So let's see, guys. Alrighty. So that was shaving with Heiko with a new microphone and a new razor. Hope you guys liked it. Get something out of it and let me know down below what you think about the microphone. What is your favorite razor? Let me know down below. Maybe I already own it. Maybe I will look into it and maybe get it and then review it for you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Quick add-on. If we don't see each other before Christmas, Merry Christmas. All the best for 2025. But I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.